What's up, everybody? Welcome to Daddy's House for another DCO commentary. I want to take a quick minute here before I start talking about this match a little bit and some other things. I want to thank everybody for the fantastic response to my previous video. Really appreciate it. All the comments and everything. Made all that work that I put into it worth it. I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. Real quick, this is our first match after Mega Servers hit. Like a lot of people, we stayed up waiting for the Mega Servers to get in there against some of these other leagues from other servers. This one's against Illuminati. Hadn't heard of these guys before. These guys were tough. The Troller was top-notch, Medina Prime. Top-notch Troller was on our healer, something fierce. Made my job putting out the immunities, removing debuffs. Pretty difficult. These guys also put out some killer damage on us. I was really impressed by that as well. This is a long match, as you can tell from the video link. A few other things I want to talk about real quick. I'm going to talk about some of the changes coming up on the PC test server that they're checking out, they're testing out and implementing here. These are actual things that they put into the game. These aren't things that some of the test guys, players on the test server are finding. These are actually things that they're putting in there to test out. First up, the Nature Gorilla form. This is going to be a 35% supercharge, and cooldown on it is going to be 60 seconds now. That's one thing, that's what they're testing out. Stomp Smash is going to be vulnerable to interrupt. Thank you very much. The range tap ability has been updated. Is now also a block breaker, but vulnerable to interrupt. And you can no longer earn supercharge in gorilla form. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, what next up? The wolf form for nature. The leaping back fist is now vulnerable to interrupt. Thank you again. There's a couple of things about nature and all that have been really annoying. Gorilla and a wolf form. PvP weapons. Some of the weapons with slower animation block break abilities, they're testing out. Instead of having to do the hold for the block breaker and all that, all you're going to have to do is tap for the block breaker. This is going to affect brawling, dual wield, and two-hand, the three slowest block breaking weapons in the game. As a brawler myself, I'm really stoked about this because let's face it, yeah, I get knocked down a lot in this game in PvP. I ain't gonna deny it, but I know I'm not the only one. So haters gonna hate, whatever. Legends changes. Joker is going to have now have acrobatics movement while he's using the one-hander. Don't really see why this is a big deal. Hardly anybody really uses Joker, and when they do, it's noobs using pistols, flying around, spamming auto-fire. Legends Joker and Two-Face characters will again call all three of their goons instead of just one. Let's see some of the other changes. They are raising the precision and weaponization scores for all the Legends characters, and I believe they're adjusting the might between some of them as well. See, the amount of health for all Legends characters has been increased. The amount of healing caused by Legends Soda Cola is increased. Debuffing effects were removed from Legends character abilities. Unlike in player PvP, you all know and all that. Yeah, a controller puts out a debuff on somebody, a tank can remove it. You can't do that in Legends, so they've taken away all the debuffs in their Legends. So that's kind of a good thing, I think. I like that. Mechanics in place. Yeah. Alright, talked about that. See, block breaking effects removed any superpowers, which had them as this is the preview of weapon attacks. This I'm kind of happy about because whenever I would pop in flame on somebody, like right there, and they were blocking, I would get block broke. Didn't make any sense because I'm not hitting them with, I'm not punching them, I'm just using a power. It happens with Neon and Flame and one or two other powers, I believe, that I've used in PvP. Let's see here. Cooldowns and deploy times on many abilities are adjusted to bring them in line with other similar abilities. Damage on abilities that were dramatically out of scale with other abilities has been toned down. Not sure exactly which abilities they're talking about here. I have a feeling that Mass Debt's probably in there. A lot of people complain about that, and probably Inferno too. Let's see here. What else? Abilities that did not cause damage now do on scale with other abilities of that type. Let's see. Other things. General Legends combat should feel less bursty. A lot of the changes they've made. Joker's AoE and all character super lunge attacks no longer block breakers. Let's see. No longer debuff. Batman's sticky bomb, Harley's bomb, Huntress' rope attack, and Nightwing's encase no longer buff. Excuse me. Abilities that cause damage now. Batman's zipline pull, Catwoman's pull, Bane's pull, and Nightwing's pull and encase. And thank you very much for this. Harley's bomb damage is significantly reduced. Again, these are just things that they put out on the test server. They're not concrete on whether or not these are actually going to be going into the game or not. But let's hope several of them, if not all of them, are, because they will add some balance to the game, especially hoping to deal with the burst damage in it. Other things coming up, changes that they're going to be making. They're adjusting the iconic, all the might gear that everybody goes out and farms so they can run their glass cannon. They are adjusting the might on that so that hopefully it will tone down on the burst damage and make some of these clowns going around glass cannoning actually roll on their PvP gear for once. That would be nice to see, because the burst damage is ridiculous in this. Hopefully shortly after this might boost and all that, we'll see a increase to the toughness, damage mitigation. That would be nice to have also. A couple other things. We all know already, 16th's coming past and there is no Green Lantern DLC. They have not released or even spoken about when it will be released. Me personally, I hope they just fix some of the issues that are going on with the mega servers right now before they think about trying to add any DLC to it. A lot of things that I'm kind of irritated about right now, a lot of disconnects, voice chat, you know, we've all been experiencing them. They're supposed to be having a hot fix out today, sometime this afternoon. They're doing it. I'm not sure exactly when. Would really like to get a little bit more stability to the game. You know that these guys are hard to work on it. I'd like to thank Jens Anderson for Dead Meat on the forums for keeping us all updated on what exactly they're doing. I also want to thank him too for tweeting my video out. That was awesome. Other things. I heard about the EU marketplace. They're having tech issues with that. That's why you guys don't have it yet. Believe me, and they've even said it. You know, they want your money. You know, they want you guys' money. So they're trying to get it to you guys as quick as they can. Let's talk about some other things, some issues that I'm having with the game. We all know that heroes are vastly outnumbering villains now. Since the mega servers hit, I know when I first got on the game, when mega servers hit, I was astonished by how many people, one, that stayed up that late, other than myself, but two, that actually how many heroes there were. And I know it used to not be the case. It used to be villains were waiting on queues, and you know, or we had instant queues on hero side. One thing that, you know, a lot of people were talking about, you know, re-rolling. I've got a few villain tunes on the game here that I've been playing, and me and some of my guys in my league are actually talking about, you know, queues are bad, we're going to go to the villain side, just get some PvP in, and it sucks. It sucks. I hate doing that because I love my hero. I mean, I've got 90 skill points on them. I'm on the cusp of getting 91. If I just was able to get into more Legends arenas, I'd be able to get my skill points up. But as it stands right now, you know, I'm sitting here on the hero side waiting 15-20 minutes to queue into an arena with a group, and but I go on the villain side and bam, you know, there I am sitting there, you know, don't even have time to queue up for Legends 2 with a 4 group. You know, as soon as I, you know, queue up for an arena, you know, freaking queue pops and I'm into another arena. I spent one day on my villain, just a few hours, just like 3 hours on a fresh level 30 villain, queuing arenas, and I've already got him with 3 pieces of tier 1, the influence cost gear, and over 40 marks of conquest. That's just ridiculous how fast you can get geared up on the villain side, and it's really gonna hurt the game. One thing I think they need to do, they've got dueling coming up in a future update here. They've been talking about doing. I think it's going to be update 5. I think they need to implement, you know, same faction arenas. You know, let us queue in against heroes. Let villains queue in against villains. You know, I just want to be able to PvP on my hero, and I'm sure there's a lot of other heroes out there that feel the same way. You know, it's really hurting my experience. This is why this is part of the reason why it took me a while to get this video out. I mean, you know, I put this video out. I recorded this video the same night that I released my last video, and I'm just now doing it. And it's because I've been so disgruntled about the slow queue times and being very frustrating. Another thing I think is kind of BS is that, you know, you can pug into arenas on the hero side faster than you can get a pre-made group in. I think that's bull. Why? You know, what is the purpose of? You know, if there's no purpose in getting a pre-made group together for arenas so you can get faster queue times, you know, so you can get queued in there. I mean, it's just ridiculous, especially when a lot of people don't run with mics, you know, or don't even know how to play their role. I'm actually, you know, I had so many of my buddies in my league frustrated because nobody, you know, especially the healers, nobody gets their debuffs off for them. None of the tanks do. So I'm actually going to, in the future here, I'm going to put together a video. I'm going to teach you all how to tank, because let's face it, you know, if you're not doing your job as a tank in arenas, then you might as well go to your DPS role, because you're not helping anybody. If you're not getting debuffs out, or the immunities out to remove debuffs, you're not helping anybody. Alright? I mean, it's real simple. Shadow Restraints, win reward for ice, Burning Determination, burnout for heroes, for fire. That's all you need. Those are the 2 main powers you need as a tank in this game. Alright? Get those in your loadout, guys. Seriously. You know, learn to cycle through them and all that. You'll have immunity out there almost the entire time. You know, with maybe a 2 or 3 second window, to where you know, they may be able, you know, controller may be able to get a debuff on you. You know, you'll be so surprised on how much that helps you with your game, and how much that helps you with arenas. All right, guys, just do it. All right, but sorry, I got a little heated there but I'm just frustrated right now because you know, the other night when I was playing on my villain, I mean, I was actually getting angrier and angrier, more frustrated and more frustrated, because of the simple fact that I was just queuing in arenas, like, you know, so fast that it was just ridiculous. And then I go on the hero side and I have to wait 20 minutes or more to get into arena, and then half the time, you know, I go in against a pug. You know, it's like, you know, me and my buddy SSJ Carlos, we're trying to rep our league and all that, get our name out there for everybody. You know, trying to go up against some of these other pre-mates like Versatile Gaming, and some of the other, you know, top leagues from the other servers. We're trying to get in there against them, and we haven't been able to, because, you know, waiting so long on queues, and then when we do queue in, bam, it's a pug. Oh, great. You know, I think I've gotten 4 videos recorded on the hero side for arenas, and I think this one and one other one are against pre-mates. And it's just really annoying, frustrating, and so much that you know. Plus, I think 1v1s too is another problem. I'm actually going to do another video about that, talking about the 1v1s. But this one here is getting ready to close up soon for this match. Like I said, these guys put out a heck of a lot of damage. PvP weapons are working now. That's nice to see. Working the way they're supposed to. As you'll see here at the end of the video, when you see the damage I put out in this arena, which was ridiculous. But yeah, so I mean, I know they're trying to work on it and everything. I really hope that they implement same queue or same faction arenas here in the future. It'd be really nice to see that. Because I mean, how are we going to know? Another thing too, everybody out there trying to be the best. How are you going to know who the absolute best league is in this game in PvP if you don't have, heroes can't go up against heroes and the villains can't go up against villains. I'm sure some of the guys in Final Chapter would like to go up against LOS because LOS has been out there repping villains, alongside them. But for some, for some, LOS has been making a better impression on everybody as far as how they do in arenas. That's not taking away anything from the Final Chapter guys either, because I know they're good. I'm not, I'll never deny those guys know how to PvP arenas. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This video's just about a wrap here. This match here, like I said, these guys were pretty tough. Putting out mass damage on us. I think having two healer in this match really helped us out against those guys. Their damage, which was insane. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And let me know if you guys are having the same problems in on your side and everything. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about it. Until then, I've got a couple more videos I'll get out to you guys. But until then, I'll see you in game, and let's hope the queues speed up. Take care. Bye.